On n'est pas encore chez l'italien, donc il peut appeler.
India Kilo 1, Sierra Lima Delta. This is Oscar Romeo 4, India Sierra Sierra. I'll copy.
Ouais, elle est belle. Là. Je pense que les rêves gars n'étaient pas bons au départ. On va voir. Après, on va voir quand ça va tourner sur le bâtiment. Le bâtiment, il va.
J'ai du mal à voir ce qu'elle fait.
Elle monte en élévation.
India Kilo 1, Sierra Lima Delta. This is Oscar Romeo 4, India Sierra Sierra. I'll copy.
On va tout arriver sur l'Italie là.
Yeah, I've got you loud and clear. Over. And good afternoon, and yes, I am ready for questions.
Partie.
You know, I finished high school, and we require you to go to university and then also to get a master's degree. And that may seem like a lot of school, but really to be an astronaut, you spend your whole life learning and preparing. And everyone spends their whole life learning about what they like to do and what they want to do and all the world around them. So you're never really done learning. Over. Yes, we do follow normal time, but we work with control centers that are all over the globe. So we have to pick one time zone, and so we use Greenwich Mean Time. Over. It's a little complicated in space because we don't have gravity to help us out. If you use a restroom on the ground, gravity helps flush everything away. Up here we have to use air, and so we use suction, and that helps us collect our waste. Over. Floating in zero gravity, it's, you know, the closest thing I think it is like on the ground is maybe if you were in water, if you were floating in water. But unlike water, up here, you know, I right now I'm floating, I'm not touching anything. If I push off of one wall with just a little bit of force, I can float to the other end of the space station. And so it's a lot of fun. I feel like I'm 5 years old and playing and doing somersaults all the time. Over. You know, that's a great question. So those two Starliner astronauts, Butch and Sonny, they're part of my crew now, and so I launched with Alex in a Crew Dragon, and it has 4 seats, so we launched with 2 empty seats, so that in February, when we're all done with our mission up here doing research, we'll all 4 be able to go home together. Over.
On est toujours au-dessus du bâtiment, hein, pas de problème. C'est après qu'on va baisser là.
Mais c'est marrant parce qu'on dirait qu'elle est par là.
Elle est par là. Ah oui, ça y est. Hein.
Ah, elle est par là.
Ouais.
My scariest moment in space. That has to be my first launch. We ended up, the rocket malfunctioned about 2 minutes into launch, and so we aborted right as my rocket was coming apart. So that was probably the scariest. But we came down to a nice parachute landing. I did bring a few souvenirs, little personal things that I'll take pictures of when I'm up here. And does space smell? Yeah, you know, when we connect a new vehicle to the space station, and you open those hatches, there's this metallic smell that is very distinct when you have it in the vacuum of space. Over. I love this question.
Attends, plus. Mais on l'a plus. C'est faible. On est dans le mur là. Là on est dans le mur. Ouais. On l'a plus. Ouais. Ouais, ça y est, on a nouveau.
Watch movies and TV, but without doubt, the most entertaining thing that I do is floating over to an open window and looking down on the earth and just watching continents and oceans drift by below. Over. I think we've all looked up at the dark night sky and seen stars, and on the darkest of nights, we see so many stars you can't even count them, and you see the Milky Way galaxy, and when we look out the window up here on the space station,